Hey, good evening. How do you use a strop? Well, first off, you got to get it ready. I have a video on making these and then recharging them later. If you ask 100 people how to sharpen knives and use a strop, you'll get at least 50 answers. You'll probably get 99 answers, but at least 50. My process is to use white compound to get a knife most of the way sharp. White is more abrasive than green. Green more polishes. White will cut. Green will take a little bit of metal off. White will take more being relative. So I use the white, sharpen the knife, and then I final sharpen it on the green. I've heard people say they go green to white, but white is more abrasive. You want the green to polish it and final polish it. White is more rougher, abrasive. So I've got this knife. This was bought off of eBay as part of a set. Not the cheapest one I bought, but it's close. When this knife came, the tip was messed up. The tip didn't come to an even point, and the tip wasn't sharp. I believe the tip should be sharp. All of my other ones are. Why not this one? So I actually used a stone on this one, which is very rare for me to use a stone on a knife. If a knife is sharp when you get it, and you strop it and keep it stropped, that'll take care of a knife for a long time. Eventually you might have to go back to stone, but if you take care of them, that'll be a long time down the road. So what you want to do is take the knife and lay on it, and you want to be sure the whole length of the blade is on the strop. So don't rock up, don't rock down. You want the whole thing to stay. You need to have the angle of the knife so that all of the bevel stays on the strop. So you want to do this, and you just want to start pulling it. And you want to lift at both ends. So you move it down, you lift it, you bring it back. You do that 10 times. I didn't count, but I'm going to guess. Then you turn it over and you do the same thing. You start with it flat. Make sure you got your angle right. And you have 100% of the cutting surface on the strop, and you have that angle so that you're polishing the entire bevel. Now it's possible that your bevel isn't flat, and you can see the way this is sharpening, the bevel isn't flat, but eventually it will be. A long time. But keep sharpening. You do even strokes. You do 10 one way, 10 the other. A lot of guys will do 10 this way, 10 this way, then 9 this way, 9 this way, then 8 this way, 8 this way. I just keep doing it until I feel it's sharp enough. If you have the angle right and you're pulling like this, it'll be a smooth pull. It's the type of thing you'll know it when you see it. In this case, feel it. So just keep doing that, and you can see that that's starting to turn just a little bit brown, and this is turning a lot brown. That's because there's a hook right there on the bottom of this, just a very slight hook, so that rides just a little bit more than the rest of it. If I strop it long enough, that'll go away, but I probably won't live that long. So I just keep going. Sometimes I'll tilt the knife just a little. And what I'm doing is trying to get an even edge across the whole bevel, but specifically, I want to fine-tune the edge. That edge is going to have microscopic problems. Stropping it like this will get rid of those microscopic problems. If you do this long enough, your knife will be very sharp. So you just want to always use that same angle, and you'll feel it. If I do it this much, then it kind of drags because I'm hitting the front of this. If I do it this much, it goes okay, but I'm not sharpening anything. I'm actually rolling over the edge. So you want that laying down on the bevel. Once you find that bevel, you'll know the feel. And if you don't have that feel, then you know something's not right. And I make a double wide strop. You see how this is getting loaded with metal? I'll do this for a while and use this side for several sharpenings, and then I'll move to the other side. I don't have to reload the strop, so I get double the use. And I got this leather from Hobby Lobby in a bag of 3 pounds for $8. That's why it's different colors. It's not the traditional tan, veg tanned leather. As you can see, you feel that bevel going across there correctly. I do this for an angle to show when I got this on there, it'll be flat, the blade will be flat against the strop, and the angle will be where the entire bevel is on the strop. This knife is a little bit hollow ground because I'm cutting the very top of that bevel and the very bottom of that level and the tip quite a bit, but the very center, so it's hollow ground. Actually like a flat grind, but I'm having trouble finding one I like. These are okay. These are flex cut ripoff. Now after I get it the way I want it with white, then I'll go to green and it'll get even sharper. What you want to do is get a piece of paper and try to cut it. You want a smooth cut with no tears, which this is, but it's hard to judge this. You want as little resistance as possible. I can tell how this one's cutting that it's not sharp enough. It's sharp, not sharp enough. It's very close to being final. I'm done with the red. I want to go to the green, and I want to use the same process. I want to pull it down. I want to keep equal pressure onto the strop, tip to end, into our cutting blade, and I'll feel the bevel. When I get the bevel, it'll be a smooth pull. Remember, if you turn, you're just defeating your purpose. You're dulling the knife. You have to lift that up and turn it. A lot of people say go down and turn it on the back. Now that's just pain in the ass. I can do just as good a job turning it like this. That's a natural movement. You can see that's starting to turn a little black. It's taking off microscopic bits of the metal, so it's tuning the blade. As you can see, sharp is relative. Once you can cut paper, you're feeling for that resistance, and that's something you just get a feel for over time. If you like the videos, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.